Alright guys, so today's movie I'm discussing on the channel is the latest film from filmmaker Brandon Cronenberg. It's his new satirical horror, Infinity Pool. The film is set at a fictional holiday resort in the fictional country of Lautoka, where wealthy couple James and Em, played by Alexander Skarsgard and Cleopatra Coleman, are vacationing. James is a writer, and not a very good one. His first and last book was released 6 years ago, which was panned by critics. His wife Em is the daughter of the publishing house who printed his book. So James has had a free ride in a fancy car provided by his father-in-law, and he's kind of been coasting in this car for the past 6 years, which his wife does make sly jabs about, which makes him feel emasculated. They come to Lautoka for inspiration, so James can figure out what he wants to write about next. They cross paths with this other couple called the Bowers, who are played by Mia Goth and J. Lil Lespert, who take James and Em across the literal boundaries of the gated resort, where James finds himself in trouble with the Lautokan authorities. James is given the death penalty, but luckily for him, there's an alternative solution available. For a sizable fee, he can pay the Lautokan authorities to make an exact clone of himself with his memories and his personality to stand in for him during the execution. So they'll kill the clone instead of him. James pays up and witnesses the death of his clone in brutal, bloody fashion, by the way. I mean, it is a Cronenberg movie, what do you expect? And after all that, James is a changed man. His worldview starts to shift. He gets taken in by this group of privileged 1%ers who have experienced a similar fate to him. And what follows is a fascinating and psychedelic journey for James, which sees him tap into something primal. He becomes unhinged and hedonistic. In this country, he's free to do whatever he likes, knowing that even death isn't really a consequence for him anymore. It's a scathing commentary on the upper crust, who, regardless of the severity of their actions, can just buy their way out of trouble. I had a pretty good time with Infinity Pool. I thought it was beautifully shot and supremely well acted. I really appreciated the twisty opening shots of the resort. It really made me feel disoriented, and it was like cluing me in to all the topsy-turvy antics that would follow. The Cronenberg formula is alive and well in Infinity Pool. Violence, sex, identity, they're all intersecting in this film. And there's no shortage of weird, striking, graphic, and sexual imagery. It definitely tests the old comfort levels. There's a very difficult to watch stabbing scene, as well as some very trippy orgy sequences as well. So yeah, literal blood, sweat, and jizz. Yeah, all the fluids. Mia Goth is cementing herself as one of the most mesmerizing performers of her generation. First X, then Pearl, and now this. I thought she was fantastic in this. Her performance as Gabby is really unpredictable. I really love watching the choices that Mia Goth makes as an actress, because I don't think a lot of actresses could pull off what she does, but she just owns it, and she makes it so much fun to watch. Alexander Skarsgård was also great in this as well. This is really a role which allowed him to show off his range, because his character does go on a journey, and at the start it's quite meek and subtle. He does a lot with, like, you know, a smile, but yeah, later on in the film, and he's given a bit, you know, more to work with, and it's a bit more primal and ferocious. It's interesting to see that side of him as well. I also like that even though he's this, you know, gorgeous leading man, that he is still not afraid to get weird. Like, he's not afraid of looking stupid or silly. I really respect that about him. I always like Cronenberg movies, whether it's David Cronenberg or his son Brandon. I like them because there's always a point of view with their films. And while I liked Infinity Pool, where it came up a little bit short for me was the ending. I'm not sure I'm smart enough to get it. Some weird shit goes down in the finale, which is certainly symbolic. I'm just not sure I understood what it was trying to say. I need somebody smarter than me to explain to me in the comments what the finale actually meant, because it has been a few days since I watched this film and I'm still scratching my head on what the ending actually meant. Anybody that watches my channel knows I love me some satire, but I guess some of it just went over my head with this film. So let's ask them 3 questions. Firstly, would I watch this again? Yes, I would. Like, this is a film that is begging me to rewatch it, so yeah, I definitely will watch it again at some point. Question 2, do I recommend it for you guys? It's not going to be for everybody, this film. It is a little bit pretentious, it's a little bit artsy, it's probably a bit too highbrow for some people. But what does it say about society and all that? Rah, 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 rah. So yeah, it's a little bit that. But yeah, if you're a fan of Cronenberg's work and you like some body horror or even some satire, then it's definitely worth watching. So yeah, that's who I recommend it to. And third question, what score to give it out of 10? I wasn't in love with this film, but I did enjoy it. It had some interesting ideas about excess and the depravity of human nature, but yeah, the ending didn't all slot into place for me. So I'm gonna give Infinity Pool a score of 7 out of 10, but as always guys, just one bloke's opinion. I'd love to hear from you. If you've seen Infinity Pool, what'd you make of it? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you've enjoyed the video, hit the little like button for me. If you want more movie, TV, and Oscars related content, don't forget to click subscribe, and thanks so much for watching, guys. More things related to movies, TV, the Oscars, and popcorn culture. I'm Luke Hearfield, and I'll see you next time.